Hey everyone, it's Trumia, and it's Monday morning, and I've already been a busy little bee. I want to get things basically like spring cleaning somewhat done before we head up to Chicago. And so this morning I thought, well, I'll clean out my nightstand. And how can cleaning out a nightstand put you in such severe pain and wear you out so much? I am like short on breath and my back is killing me. I told my mom I'm sweating like a pig in a sauna. I don't know where I came up with that one, but I did. And I'll have to tell you guys a joke sometime. I've got one joke, so that's it. But I remember it, and it's a good joke. But, so, I did get my nightstand completely cleaned out, and stuff, junk papers and stuff thrown away, and books brought back in here to put on my bookshelves. So, yay, I did accomplish one thing, and I can mark it off my list. Also been on the phone with insurance today, and the lady, I'm sorry, I'm like all seat belted up. I'm again waiting in the car. I had to get out of the house, so there, much better. The lady that's in charge of my case, she's in case management at the insurance, so she really doesn't process the claim or determine the benefit. She's there basically, like she said, as a traffic cop, as a go-between. She's the middleman, and she's basically just wanting to prepare us that this is more than likely going to be a no on the approval for the stem cell. So I'm not going to sit here and cry out in the middle of the parking lot of the grocery store. And I told her, this is a fight. I've been battling for my life for the past 7 years. And it's horrible to think that you get in the position of the only treatment left is to totally eradicate your whole immune system and start over from scratch. And I'm so sick, and I'm willing to do it. But the insurance can come and say no. And then at that point, we'll start the appeal process, which takes more energy, takes more time, sets the transplant further out. And I told her, I said, I just don't have it in me to fight this battle. I said, I just need a yes. And she's very, very nice. A very nice lady. But everybody that's not from the United States, this is what insurance companies do. This is how they work. Dwayne got on the phone and spoke with her and said, also, besides the medical part, and we've exhausted all other treatments, and this is what we need so my wife can try to have some semblance of a quality of life. There's the financial part. That this is basically $100,000. Last year, we spent $150,000 on my medical care. So, and of course her answer comes back, well, it's based upon, if there's complications, it can go up to $200,000 to $250,000. But that's a what if. The fact is, we did pay out $150,000 last year. And then every one of my chemo treatments, which I get every other week, is $3,500. Times that by 52 weeks, times that by 4 years, times that by all the future ones. And then the Rituxan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this, each infusion, I believe, is $32,000. And I get 2 infusions, and then I get 2 more 6 months later. So that's 4 infusions a year. And I could be wrong. That price, it's up there. That's might not just be the correct, but it's up there in that dollar range. But back to insurance, where the stem cell transplant, I've got all my specialists here, my rheumatologist, my endocrinologist, my gastroenterologist, and my ophthalmologist, all agreeing that the stem cell is what I need to do. Then you add on top of that all the specialists in Chicago. That would be the stem cell doctor himself, which I believe he's an immunologist is what it's called. Then also I saw the respiratory doctor, the pulmonary doctor. She agreed, and the ophthalmologist agreed. So it's all agreed. You know, this is what I need to get off of these horribly strong medications that are getting me nowhere, and I'm still going downhill. And the insurance company gets to be the one that decides what my care and treatment's going to be. Dwayne works so hard, and we pay out the wazoo for this insurance. And the stem cell transplant is an FDA approved process. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is Medicare approves stem cell transplants for lupus patients. Number 3, Blue Cross Blue Shield says, this might be experimental. We say no to begin with, and then she said when they say no, it's going to be up to my doctors to prove the burden. It's like, isn't it already proved in all the documentations? They said they got 90 pages, 90 from Dr. Burt, and they got to add more. But Dr. Burt's office keeps the Medicare information and all the statistics that they've done, because he's been doing stem cell transplant on lupus patients since 1998. So once the denial is done, that's their arsenal, basically, that they come back with and say here. But the lady at the insurance company, she is very nice to me, and she understands how sick I am and how quickly we want this process to happen. And so, and I've got everybody in my church praying at it at this point. And when Church of the Harvest prays, God moves. He hears our prayers. They don't go unanswered. So with that, I'm happy. Dinner, it's from Panera. I got me a turkey sandwich, a half a sandwich, and soup, and it's tomato basil soup with a chunk of bread, and then all this bread. It's a lot of bread. Oh, and they give you like croutons to put on top of your soup. So it's going to be a good dinner, nice and warm soup. I'm going to call it a night. See you guys in the next video. Here's Buddy. Here's my food. Here's Buddy. Buddy. There's my food. Think he's waiting for something?